Now let's say we want to consider the use cases. For that, we can create a use case diagram. Let's do this. This is part of the behavior. Right click on the behavior package, new diagram, and here we select use case diagram. And we name it RC car use cases. We create the diagram, wait until it's loaded, and then we have here our model elements. We need the use case and the actor. And to connect them, the communication path. So now we can select the use case here, or again, when we check it here, the diagram is already here. We can right click on that element and search for the use case here in the SysML or UML elements. Since use case is a construct or an artifact defined in UML, it may be not here because it is already in UML. Let's check it if we find it here. And yeah, here is it. This is the same use case here as we have here. Let's define two use cases. Let's select this one here. And we name this use case Fun Car Control. Fine. Let's move it into the diagram. And let's say, okay, we create the second use case from here. We click on that, click somewhere on the diagram, and we see that it's also created here in our model browser. And we specify our second use case. You can, by the way, do it with double click here. No, with no double click, with right click and also not. You can specify the name here via name, or normally you can do it here from the model browser. Here you have also not the rename option, but you can, let's do it with clicks also not. Then it's only the possibility to change the name here. But depending on your modeling tool, sometimes this is possible, and in this case not. However, our second use case is named drive forward and backwards. And because it is so funny, let's create a third use case. We name make curves or drive curves. Feel free to rename it. With that done, we have to create our actor. Select this element here, or again, you find it here, UML, and there's somewhere is the actor. Here's the stakeholder, which is an SysML construct, but we really need for this case an actor. Both are in principle okay. And here it is the actor. Let's check out the difference. We select an actor here. And also we create one stakeholder so that we see what happens. And here we are asked what the stakeholder should be. So in that case, it can be servant kinds of, but not all of them are SysML conform, so take care. But here we can select the actor, so the result is the same. So let's cancel this, and we specify or name our actor as user or driver, controller. Let's name the actor controller. And now we have to connect all of that. We use the communication path here. and from the controller to our use case fun car control. Then another one from the controller to drive forwards and backwards. And from the controller to make curves. Let's also extend our use case or include a further use case, just that we have made it. Let's create another use case. And name this drive up and down. And now we can also connect use cases, and for that we have here the extend or the include. This relation extends an existing use case, and this one means that it's included in another use case. So this is the include. We use, in our case here, the include. We can, for example, also use the generalization, but let's use the include from here to here. This means this use case here also includes this one. Fine. Let's save the diagram and continue with the next diagram. Here's a small fix. Now it's better. And as you have seen, with SysML, everything we have created here in the diagram, we also see here in the model browser. So from the, when you look under the hood of our model, we are defining data structures and their relations at the end of the day. But with a special modeling language, SysML, and the result we see in the diagram of artifacts we have created here in the Model Explorer. Okay, anyway, let's continue with the next diagram.